Hello everybody and welcome back to another No Man's Sky video. Today we're going to be looking at how to get a Sentinel class starship. This is pretty easy and doesn't require pretty much anything to get started, so without further ado, let's get straight into it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is look for a system that has the dissonant tag. They're pretty easy to find, just open your galaxy map and look around until you see dissonant. Then warp to that system. Once you've arrived at that system, you're going to want to scan planets until you find the tag dissonance detected. Once you find that, head straight to that planet. Once you arrive at that planet, you're going to want to look for a dissonance resonator. They're usually pretty easy to find and they look like this. You're then going to want to kill it and you'll get an echolocator. Once you've got one, hold E on it in your inventory. If it says that the locator failed, then all you gotta do is go to a different dissonance system and activate it there. Once you activate it, it will give you some harmonic echo coordinates. Head over to that location. Once you've arrived, you'll find yourself in an abandoned autophage camp. Make your way over to the harmonic interface. Here you will have to input some glyphs. To get the glyph answers, you will want to scan the memory register. Here it will give you a little puzzle which is usually really easy to figure out. It's just some basic maths. So for this one example, it will be 5, 11 and 1. Then return to the main interface and input the glyphs 5, 11 and 1 or whatever interface answer you had. Once you do this, the interface will become unlocked. Then just go back onto the interface and you can do one of two things. You can open up the multi-tool seal, which will then give you access to a Sentinel multi-tool, which tends to be better than most multi-tools, however you will have to fix it up a bit. Then you're going to want to locate dissonant spikes. This is how we're going to get a Sentinel starship. Once you've picked up your multi-tool, head over to the dissonant spike coordinates. Here you will find a crashed Sentinel ship. Upon interacting with the ship, you will get three things: pugnium, salvaged glass, and a hylium brain. You can delete the pugnium, take the glass and the hylium brain. We're going to need the hylium brain to make a harmonic brain, which is how the ship will start running. First though, we're going to need 3 radiant shards. These are really easy to find on distant planets, and if you open up your target locator, you'll find one pretty easily. Once you've gotten 3 radiant shards, now we need an inverted mirror. You will get them from a dissonance resonator, the same one we got our echolocator from earlier. To find one of those, you can just fly around in your ship until you see it at the top of your radar, get out and kill it. Once you've got your inverted mirror, hold E on the hylium brain and this will give you coordinates to an ancient structure. That is the location where we will turn our hylium brain into a harmonic brain. All you have to do is interact with the structure and present the brain. That's it, you don't need to do anything else. From there, you can now head back to the Sentinel ship. Once you're back at your ship, you can interact with it and repair it. From there, you can claim the ship and fly it straight into space. It doesn't need any other repairs. And that's it, you now have your own Sentinel ship. If you don't like this one however, you can always go to the space station and melt it down for scrap. This will get you around about 20 million units every time, plus some components. Then you can just rinse and repeat the same method again to get a different ship. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again in the next one. Peace out.